Hello, everybody. Hello, Osi Olaik, Maiwa, Okay Junior, and of course, Ademola Onikoyi. Hello, how are you doing? I hope everybody's fine and we're keeping safe, which is more important, and things are going on normal as usual. Well, nothing can go on normal these days. Honestly, you have to watch around you. You have to make sure the COVID is not around you. Yes. Also, you want to make sure that you're wearing your face mask when you go out. You see, it's very important. Yes, cricket is coming back in England. The team I play for, London Nigerians, they played the first game last weekend. England, of course, playing West Indies, or West Indies touring England. So we're hoping that things, you know, get back to normal as soon as possible. But yes, thanks for joining again. It's about Ibadan Metropolitan Cricket Club. This is talk about what we stand for and people who are friends with us, people who have been with us for a while, people who are friends and they are far off, but they are also our friends. We want to hear from them. We also want the younger IMCC boys to listen to what these professionals or these very good cricket players have to say. So it's nice having you here. So I'm going to bring on Ademola Onikoyi on. We'll ask him questions. If you got questions, just ask straight away. I can pin as well. I can pin your questions on our wall. But you know what? It's time to get in Ademola Onikoyi. Let me find him. I hope he's not he's still here. Yeah, I found him. Invite. It's not allowing me to invite you, Nikoi. Blah, 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 blah. No questions. Yes. So I hope your internet is fine, and you're going to join us soon. But I've added you, and you're going to see me. Yeah, he's coming up. He's coming up. Yay!
Odepii.
What's up, man?
Odepii. I did alright, brother. I did alright.
Yeah,
How your side?
it's always like I see you every day. You should get.
You
I
know
don't
that
even see you. It's been a while.
we know where we find ourselves now.
I know. Last time I saw you must be like three years ago or thereabout.
Yeah, it's been 4 years.
4 years. Wow, just like that. Interesting.
I
How
don't
are
know.
you keeping up
Yeah,
now? How's everything?
yeah, no, not so bad. We're coping through this period and we're trying to
Mm.
survive.
Oh, fantastic. Everybody's trying to survive.
Yeah,
Now the same thing hold everybody for everywhere.
and so now, and so now,
Yes, sir.
we know big give up now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's the
And so,
spirit. Yeah.
yeah,
So I don't know if you've watched us before. So what we would normally would do is we will talk about cricket, about life, how we started. Then there is a place where we ask you to choose your top 11. So I wanted to prepare for that. Yes,
uh,
very quick one. Everyone who I have brought in here, right, has picked you in their top 11. So
yeah,
that is crazy, and we're going to talk about that today as well. And
yeah,
and we talk. I want to know why that is, and most importantly, we will also be discussing what you have, what you can pass on, what you've learned with cricket and all that. I've seen
all
Olu Akintokun join as well. We're going to talk about that rivalry between you and Olu,
right.
and this is because of the IMCC thing. Yeah. So, Demola, I met you probably in 2000, early 2000, Sha. How did cricket start for you?
Yeah, it was during my secondary school, um, in Methodist Girls High School then,
Okay.
Methodist Girls High School, Lagos. So it's one of those days I was on my way to go and play normal break time football and all that. Then I had these two guys that they had started cricket like a week earlier.
Okay.
Then they just dragged me that we should go and join those guys holding sticks and all that. I was like, what is it be this one again now? Say, more play this football, make we just come out now. Say, they just dragged me. So all started like that. And these two guys, Kosoko Hakim and Adedeji Ogwewu, they learnt before me, but at some point along the line, I went ahead of them. So, but
Do they still play
they were
cricket?
no, they stopped like they stopped like 2 years after we graduated from high school.
Wow.
So you're a fantastic guys then. So, but that was how it all started. So I had to start alternating cricket and football. We cannot be playing cricket every time during break because
Yeah.
there's always something attached to the football we play during the break. So
Okay. I understand.
so we just so that was how it started, and from then everything just went. Yeah.
It's just blew up. Okay, so
Yeah.
if I take it right, if we look at it this way, the university schooling, the Nigerian schooling from about 11 to 16, 17, you're in secondary school. But I was talking to ND the other day. You quickly joined the national team, right? So what really happened in those 3 years, maybe 2 or 3 years after secondary school?
Yeah. Now the thing is, immediately after my high school, I think I went like 8 months away from cricket.
Okay.
I was facing Arabic school and a bit of lesson, extra coaching to get into the higher institution, and I was playing soccer then. So it was in between during that period. I went back to Hausa Foundation Cricket in Surulere, their office, and there was this tour of UK then that Hausa planned. But before we left school, we read about it. So I quickly remember that this thing they come up also.
Okay, deal.
So and most of the guys that were going to be on that side on that team or for the trials then, I was like I get chance for here now. See, make myself try. So that was how I started. But by the time I joined, they had gone past like 2 phases of trials. So I just let that go. Then subsequently, I started training back. I started playing club games and all that.
So this tour, right? This UK tour was the tour that happened after Kings, because I've had some GCI boys come as well. Shenwodeku came as well, and they were probably in the same set. Was it the same one? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was the same one.
Yeah. Okay, so you missed out on that. But you see, you missed out on 8 months of cricket. You missed out on the UK tour, but you actually became the greatest of the greatest. So,
now.
So what spurred you on? What got you on? What got you going?
Yeah, I was dedicated. I gave cricket time. I gave cricket chance. I put my heart, and I think what I did was that I did not try to see myself competing with anybody.
Okay.
I just want to do what I can do, and I believe that I could play in this manner. I could do this. I could do that. Then I just put my heart. I faced it. I trained hard, and that was it.
Okay, so let's go back to the tour where, for example, I met you, and you met most of the Ibadan boys, and of course the friendship started from there, and we became really good friends. Yeah. You were the wicket keeper, right? At the point.
I think I wasn't. think it was it so Mauser came.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I wasn't. Nigerians was a constant keeper, and
Oh,
we
yeah.
had I think we had Onome,
Yes.
our clown wicket keeper. So those were
Okay.
the keepers. So then I didn't really pick interest in keeping, but I could
Yes.
keep because I was once a goalkeeper in during my football time. So
Okay. Yeah.
so there
So,
was
so
after then
so that was my question. So these things, right? You were
yeah,
not the first. You were not into cricket at first. You got into it. You became good. You were not into keeping. Then you became good. So how did that happen? How did you get into keeping? I know you said you were football, but how did you, from leaving Onome behind and probably ND behind, then you later became
yeah,
a proper wicketkeeper?
yeah. We started training, during our net sessions and all that. Then I tried the gloves, all these fitting drills that when you need someone to be in charge of the gloves. So I pick up the gloves. Then I think the coach then saw my glove work was okay and all that. Then that was that was how it all started, and I subsequently got the chance to keep and all that. And I think I saw a video of Indian team during the Anil Kumble, and
Okay.
I think I saw Mark Boucher of South Africa keeper as well. So I saw the video, then I picked one or two things there. I trained myself, and everything just
Just
went
clicked.
up. So yeah, so in 2004, I think that was the last time Endurance actually kept the wicket. So
You took it off him.
because he could spin. Then we needed someone that could do that because of the opponents that we played. Then we had Dolapo Gavara as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was still on the fringe, but it's obvious I could keep. So, but I wasn't looking at taking up their job because then I see it as extra load on I was just like make I face my batting. I beg I know they do
Yeah.
keeping wahala, but I think Dolapo had endurance stop. Then Dolapo continued keeping, and I think he had one not so good series.
Wow.
Then I picked up the gloves from there. So since then
So,
that
so from what you've said now, what I can gather is this, right? Learn,
yeah,
practice. Your
practice,
time will come, and take your time
yeah,
and take it. So, but
yeah,
for instance, I've always seen you as the Nigeria national team wicketkeeper, but there was a time where Segun Olayinka also came in. So,
yeah.
what happened at that point to you?
Uh, yeah, I think the coach then we had issues. We
Okay.
had issues, a little bit of misunderstanding. Then he was more of the kind of person that loves someone with a very high agility, someone that will be there,
Jumping around.
that will be jumping from. So, but me, I wasn't that kind of a keeper because those I've seen, and with a little bit of goalkeeping skills I got. So I was more of like if I could count a few steps, I would get to the ball rather than flying from.
Yeah.
So he was interested in Segun Olayinka. I wasn't happy with that, but I said let's play. It doesn't matter that my own yeah this thing I'll get it back. I don't need to. I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. So at least it will show that this guy is better. This one. So after that
Aha.
series, yeah. So
One
after
second, 1 second. I just saw somebody here now say something. Up Roland. Roland is here. So support. Okay. Yes. That is good. Yeah. P4 didn't need to jump. All he needed to do just try to catch. Yeah, interesting. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
cool, interesting. So this is where we get to, and I don't want to waste your time too much. Top 11, right? We want you to do in batches of 3. So bowler, you can decide to choose all bowlers, all batsmen. You can decide to mix it up or choose your proper 11. So first 3, who will you go with?
I'll say Dolapo Gavar.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dolapo Gavar. Very top man when he's ready. When you're able to manage him. It's a very strong guy. Then I'll add, and my number 2 will be Endurance of Fame.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, very determined batsman. He loves accolades. He loves awards. Me, I don't be that kind of person. Let us play this game, make we win.
Okay.
But Endurance loves awards and all that, so he will stick there and defend everything he could and try to make it happen. And I'll add Roland Ilube.
Okay, is it because he's here?
No, the past times no, the past times we played together on the side. We played together in the national team in 2004. Yeah, we were together. So I wish I could have his temperament, but
yes,
sorry, I can't do that. So at number 3, whenever we are in crisis, whenever this team I'm listening we are in crisis, I'm sure my number 3, I'm sure he will try to keep his end and make things happen.
That's good. So Roland himself is confirming 2004 2006 tour.
Yeah,
interesting. So you said something, right? And it looks like you just want to enjoy your game, right?
Yeah.
But as a captain, right, don't you see that there is a game on? We need to win that game. How do you approach things as a captain when you just want to enjoy the game? Is it things that could be put together?
Yeah, because I'm a firm believer of if you are not enjoying it, then you are not doing it right. Because this sport of a thing, it could bring tears to you during game. It could shame you. It could lift you up and all that. Because once the game starts and you have to start worrying about one error you made, maybe from previous game or during that match, then everything will be taken away from you. So I believe, let's have fun. Let us enjoy it. Be happy about the game, but at the same time, we have our plans. We have our plans mapped out how we want to execute the match, how we could take out this batsman, how we could deal with this bowler. So I've been able to, over time, I've been able to manage a lot of guys. I've been able to manage myself as well during the match, because I see most times I see that once I show a sign of fear, I know about 3 or 4 other players that will be like, a problem, don't deal. So,
so for example.
So I will always stay calm and make sure everybody is happy and they are more relaxed that, okay, we are in it together and we are going for this.
Okay, fantastic. I was going to ask a question just now about what somebody talked about here, but no. So I'm going to ask about the last tour you were involved in, right?
Yeah.
I want to be careful here because maybe expectations weren't that high. I don't know what your expectations were, but what do you think about that last tour?
I'm a straightforward person from time. even from when we started training training program back in Abuja before we went to Abu Dhabi. I was always telling my players, we need to let us shape on our games, let us put it the right way. We know our strokes, we know how we can execute things, what we should be expecting, and what we have seen on TV. If we can practice some of them really hard and be positive about it, that we know these guys we are going to meet, they are higher than in terms of preparation and more matches. Yeah, the level of games they have played and they have played more games than us. Then I always tell them, okay, we will not give in cheaply, but we will still act like the underdogs that we were. But we need to make things right. Once we can get our own play right, then all these guys will be taken out. But so we got there, and it was things just went somehow, because at some point we could not even understand a few other things, because receiving information from this end, from that end, so everything wasn't together like that. If someone is passing, if someone is passing information about the wicket and about the weather and all that, it is not always correct. So we always fall under everything. So, but it was a very interesting tournament, and everyone gave it their all.
Okay, so I'm going to go political now, right? Because I don't think we can escape talking about politics in cricket.
I don't like politics too.
Yeah, and I'm going to be careful, right? And this is not to bring down anything, or it has to do with the fact that you probably have been playing international cricket from 2004 or maybe earlier than that, right? You've been in the national team. So that's about 16 years, right? I've not seen anything that says you have retired, so I'm going to say you are still there, right? So what has changed over this period? Has anything changed? Are there things that you wanted in 2004 and it improved in 2020, or it never happened, everything remained the same? What exactly is it?
I'll say in 2004, all I wanted to do was to play. So I wasn't inquisitive. I wasn't really interested in the managerial. So I wanted to play. But after 2006, I became more interested in playing on top wicket back home. I became more interested in playing on top wicket back home because we went to Tanzania, and I had played against the Tanzanian team. I knew those boys like 6 months before the senior tournament, so I knew what everyone could do. But unknowingly, it was the wrong perspective I went with into the tournament, because I knew those boys 6 months ago, and for that tournament they were different players. So they eventually won the tournament, and I was furious. I wasn't happy. It was one or two guys I knew I was so sad during that period, but the rest of the team didn't know. So since then, I had been looking forward to when we could play proper on top wicket back home.
This was 2006, so okay.
Yeah. So rather than we going out all the time, because you can go out on tour for 2 weeks and come back, then you're back on concrete and matting, then you play there for 6 months, 8 months, and you still go back to go and play against. Even if you are that intelligent, you still fall short of so many things because your reaction and all those things will. So, but till date, it has not happened. It's the top wicket thing. Okay, it's been built in, what's it called? Uh, Edo, Edo
Yeah,
State. There
yeah,
is top
yeah.
wicket in the Edo State. So we've not seen how it plays, and I'm happy that one is there. So if it's a good wicket, and I believe it's a good wicket, we can play on it and we'll have more time. There is another one in Abuja. The first few years of that wicket, it has not been a good wicket. So it's been relayed. So I heard that it's been relayed, and I'm happy it's been relayed, and I'm hoping it is better, way better than how it was.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and the third one is being built just beside the first wicket in Abuja. So, and the guy working there, I trust him because I've seen him work with Uganda. He was a groundsman in Uganda, so I've seen his work and over the years. So I trust him to do a better job.
Okay. So the wicket in 2006 has remained the same in 2020. If that had changed, our game would have improved. And
Would have, yeah.
People keep saying this all the time. So because Andy was here last time and he was part of the board, and we talked a lot about what is in the pipeline. We canceled all the pipelines that they have been building since 2004 till when he came in, and we started with his own pipeline. What are in your pipeline? And he did tell us that TBS will be the next place to be touched as regards to wicket. And this was my question to him, right? And I want to know if you share my opinion. 80% of a national team, right, play in Lagos.
Yeah.
Isn't it the best idea to lay, the turf in TBS first before any other place? What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's the best. It's the best to do, but these are government things, and sometimes they try to do, because they try to do it their way, and how they feel it could grow the association. So if top wicket had been in Lagos, if it were to be the one that was done in Abuja, like if we've had that in Lagos, because we had a pool of players that would regularly play on that wicket.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully things would have been more better. So, but now we do not have it. We do not have that, but we are okay with that. We will continue doing what we are doing, what we have been doing. It won't stop us from producing more cricketers. If we are not able to produce more players, I'm sure we'll be able to produce a few that can actually play well.
Okay.
Even without a top wicket in Lagos.
Yeah. So let me quickly ask this question from Tisho. It says, you were dropped from the last tour. How did that play out? And does it mean that your international career is over?
Anyways, I saw it coming.
Yeah.
I saw it coming. I knew.
You saw that you'll be dropped.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah.
So I wasn't. If I had been invited, it would have been a very big surprise to me. So, but at the same time, everybody will want to keep representing his country. Everybody will want to wear the green, to kiss the badge and all that. Yeah, because I've been on the side for a long while now. So at some point I wasn't happy with it, but it's fate. So I took it as that. So about my international career being over, I would have called a shot.
Break it.
I would have called the shot. I would have called the shot immediately after, or immediately released for the trials for that last stop. But I had a discussion with a few other guys, and then these guys are some of the guys I respect a lot, and then we discussed at length. And my wife as well, she was saying just calm down, Dad, give it a few years, then we can retire. Yeah, so but it's fine. If I got a call up today, I will still honor it.
Yeah. That's the spirit. So that answers the question, Tisho. Ipe mo retire,
Irolanla. No mind Tisho, no mind, guys. You get one thing under that question.
Yeah,
Tisho is lonely. Tisho is lonely. He needs us to come and sit with him at the pavilion.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Nice
no mind.
Nice one. So, quick question, and we did talk. Sorry, I keep referencing Ofem endurance, and it's because somehow, right, at some point, the two of you used to look like twins to me. You know, you were always together, and you know, like you grew up together. You were in the national team together, and but again, you were both in London. You know, at some point at the same time, and you played. What was your experience? You know, all through.
It's been a tough road with endurance. It's been a tough road because it's from a different environment. From Surulere, I'm from Lagos Island. We grew up from different homes and all that. We got along. We loved each other. A lot of things came in between us that we had our differences. So many times I had ignored endurance. So many times endurance had ignored me. Many times I don't want to see him, you know, so all those things, but
you want to break his head.
you know. But to be honest, it's he on the field of play is a very good guy to deal with. But my thing about him is he's into politics. And I can't take that away from him. I have to respect that and give that to him. Okay, and that is your way. Any which way, it's been a good journey with him, and now we are adults. We could manage things maturely. So yeah. So being together in London as well, we looked out for each other very well. He was playing for Blackheath, I was playing for Simba and one other team like that. So it was good. It's been good.
So the play of the wicket, your game, and all those things while you were in London, how did it impact the way you've played?
I feel the kind of player I became, it's number one, it's how I feel on that day. And once I was able to have a feel of the bowler, then everything is sorted. I try not to worry too much because of the kind of wicket I play back home and the kind of wicket I play abroad. So I try to see what the wicket of the day is doing.
Yeah, because it will always give you different patterns. Nigeria, you always expect only one way. Yeah. Yeah,
even some wickets where you'll be expecting it to be a fast track, which is a tough wicket, that you expect it to be a fast track, to just be a slow one, or for the spinners or for the swing bowlers. But once I was able to sort that out in my first few overs, like first 2 overs, then I know, okay, we need to enjoy and just start playing.
Wow, interesting.
So I don't worry a lot about the wicket because it could be deceitful.
So I'm going to ask you an interesting question. I don't even know if it's a question or if it's just a statement. Everybody that has played with you talk about you a lot. In fact, there were some friends that used to play with London Nigerians that we play together with you. And after the game, they will go back because we work in the same place and they keep telling them about the Nigerian keeper. everybody keeps talking about you positively. Everybody keeps saying P4, 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 P4. That brand, how did you create it? Is it your personality? How did it happen? In fact, some guy was threatening you on Facebook that you're in trouble, but we've not seen anything from him. But I think it's all love.
Yeah,
So
it is.
how did that work out?
Yeah, I'll give that to my parents and the kind of background I came from.
As a Lagos
We are
Island boy,
not we are not I live inside the heart of Lagos Island, but we are not a violent type.
Okay.
So I could see the respect my parents accord from neighbors. So why would I want to be the bad one? So I grew up being gentle, and my own personality itself is gentle and very reserved. So in the face of the battle, when things are not going right, you will rarely see me go down or lose hope in anything. Even if we are losing, still want it to be okay, as if we can still win this game, even when it's obvious that it's a game you're losing. So since then, I've been able, above all, I enjoy everything I do. You know, I don't talk too much with people, but once we are on the cricket field, I'm a different kind of person. Still, I won't talk. I won't be the loudest, but people around, what we exchange in words and the intelligent discussion we always have during the game and all that.
Yeah.
You know,
and
I've always
it's good to hear that.
Yeah,
so
and I've
next three for you. Next top three for you now.
Okay, I'll bring in Dotun.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I've always heard about him before I played against him, and we played together on the side. So we come in as our number 4. Then my number 5 would be Kunle Adebola.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So, and my number 6 would be, a lot of people believed the guy doesn't listen. I believed people just were not able to manage him well, and and the guy himself, he knows those that are really interested in what he wants to do, and all that, which is, I'm talking about Chimeze Onzulike. So
yes, Chimeze.
Chimeze,
I don't know.
yeah.
That Chimeze as well. Out of 5 people who has been here, he's been in 4 people's list. But
yeah,
there's always a but around it. I think one day we'll have to call Chimeze, come and find out what this is all about.
Yeah, he's a very pranky person. So I understood his personality, and we talk a lot, even during games, even when he was the captain. While he was the captain, there are some things he will want to do because I was the vice. Then little advice I give him, he will try it, and if things goes the other way, we move on. He will still come out and say, I took that decision. So many things. Yeah, and during his time as captain, he allowed me to be in charge of so many things off the field. But most times on the field, I accord him the utmost respect, that it's your time. And he's a very, very, very destructive person. So not having him on my side, it won't be nice.
Interesting perspective. It's good to hear these things, and it's good to see what people think about you. So you had Kunle, Chimeze, and Dotun, right? Okay, so we have 6. No worries. So IMCC, questions around IMCC. You've known us from
Yeah,
from the early days, and you've grown up. We've had rivalries. I remember that tour. There was a lot of tension. You know, we didn't know much cricket, but we wanted to give you the game, share again, and it was nice. From there, we went into you seeing Olumide and releasing your wickets for him to bowl you.
yeah.
You see, is there a day where we will see you in an IMCC shirt?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Honestly, yeah,
Okay,
I don't think so.
we can end.
Okay.
We can end this conversation now.
You can't. You know what? Because I think I can, let me say, I can play with IMCC if we have a few younger guys.
A few younger guys.
Yeah, a few more younger guys than what you have right now. Yeah,
Okay.
because right now I would love to work with them and make them see that you can do better by doing this, by playing this way or playing that the other way. You can do better, like mentor them. But with the older guys, we can continue our normal come for Easter game, or maybe maybe IMCC is having a third team, and we have Odepii, Femi, John, myself, with all of us, normal social cricket. Yeah, maybe that. Yeah, I can.
Okay. I think everyone and the guys who call the shots in IMCC are listening to you, and they will probably will talk about that later. But just so that you know, we have moved away from the Jollof cricket, and we are moving towards more professional, but we'll talk about that later. But it's good to hear that from you, that feedback from you, and yeah. So what does the future hold for P4? Coaching or administrator? I hear a lot of coaching in your last answer, so yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be, for now, it's gonna be coaching.
Coaching, okay.
Yeah, for now it's gonna be coaching.
Somebody asked a question, and I think this is a very good question, and I'm trying to find him. The question was about the best coach that you have played under. Who will you say the best coach you've played under?
Let me quickly go through my coaches. Sean Phillips.
Oh, Sean Phillips. Okay. What is special about him?
He's a kind of guy that he understood. He tried to have an understanding of what a player can do, and he was able to bring out how you could do it and make you be the best. He will not criticize you openly, and he will protect you as well. Whenever the management they are coming at the player, he always protect his players, that this guy can do this better than this guy. So he will make sure he put up a competition between the parties that they are comparing together. He'll bring up a competition, make sure you guys play against each other, playing in the same position. Then, so a coach like that will always do well, and because you can't buy what is given from God. You can't buy it. It's just special to me, because one thing he made me do till date, it was I wasn't the type that play with helmet on. So because I believed I can't see with the helmet, but not lie. But I was not interested in using helmet. And again, it was like a load on my head again. I could see the ball. If you want to bounce my head, I could see it.
And you think
so yeah. So he made, during one of our sessions, he actually pleaded, before, please, just trust me on this one. You'll be fine with the helmet. Then I said, okay. I picked it up, I started using it, and since then, I've been playing with helmet. Even if you want to do throwdowns to me at times, I still want to make use of the helmet.
Mm.
So I trusted him. He trusts his players. He's always interested in people that are willing to work, because he looks at the work rate of the player as well. He knows those that are lazy and doesn't want to work. He knows those that want to work. They don't know how to go about it. He helps rather than some other coaches that we have around.
Okay, fantastic. So I want to ask one question. Is there a player around Nigeria that you love so much that if given the opportunity, if you were the selector, right, a player that hasn't played in the national team before, if given the opportunity, you will pull into the national team? Is there a player like that?
I have a lot of boys around me, and bro, none. None. There are a lot of them. There are a lot of them. So I cannot pick just this one. You know, I can't pick just one person from.
Somebody says Nami, but he no go talk.
No, leave that one. Leave that one. Teach you know his story.
Okay, now we've picked 6. What about the next 3?
I will have Odepii at 7.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'll have Odepii at 7.
All these people are what? They're batsmen, right?
Yeah, Odepii is an all-rounder now.
Okay. Yeah, that was what I was asking, because I've not specifically heard you say somebody is a bowler. So I was okay.
Yeah, he's an all-rounder.
Kunle, what about Kunle as well? No?
All-rounder as well.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. So 7, Odepii.
Odepii, yeah. Then number 8, I'll add Cobra, Bayo Thompson.
Okay.
Yeah.
8.
Yeah, he's a senior.
Yeah.
Yeah. I played against him and I knew what he could do with the ball. So that's my number 8. Yeah. Then my number 9 will be my greatest rival. We trained ourselves. We trained ourselves in person of Ogunlola Joshua.
Okay.
Yeah, he's my rival. We are friends. We play together on the side. Once he's bowling at me, during any time, anywhere, he doesn't joke because he knows I'm gonna take him on. So he's ready for the battle. So there's always a battle between us, but we are friends. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, interesting. Wow. So, one quick question, because I can see 2 people from London Nigerians here. So, relationship with the London Nigerians team, and how has it been?
It's been wonderful. At first, I wasn't really interested in, because of the social cricket. Then I wasn't really interested in coming to London Nigerians to play, but I was just like, waiting day there now, make we enjoy now. Now our people did there, so since then I've always been looking forward to always being in that shirt, every time, and especially that our uncle now, Russell G. Yeah. He won't allow us to rest.
There was a day you came to play, right? Even with my Korokoro bowling, right? I knew there were some wickets that could be saved with my outswing. Then you came onto the pitch that day, and I was really happy, right? You came in, and that ball was just a tiny nick, and you were standing up and you caught it. I was like, shit, this is it. I was like, yeah. And of course, you
I
remember
remember that game. Yeah, it was our home game now.
Ground. Yes, it was our home ground. Yeah. So
yeah.
that was when, those were the days where I realized that wicket keeping is a big deal. It's the game. Yeah, it's the game and all that. So that's say you take wickets. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's quite interesting. So what happens here is that in about 8 minutes, this is going to, in about or less than that, is going to go off.
Okay.
Because we're only given 1 hour to talk, but we will call you back. We'll call you back in, right?
All right.
So,
all right now.
Yeah. So if you've got guys, while we're still here, if you have questions, right, please ask. You should come and board in Lagos. You've seen ND, you've seen Onikoyi, you've seen all the great people say that the wicket in Lagos is poro poro, and you still want me to come and carry my hand and bowl in Lagos. Get out of this place. Anyway, yeah. Onikoyi, people have talked about the missus. Does your missus play cricket as well?
Yeah, she plays cricket.
Wow. Is she in the national team?
She played 1 or 2 series, but she's not presently.
Okay. Did you meet on the cricket pitch?
Yes, we did. We met at cricket pitch.
So, something led to something.
Sorry.
Any story you want to share?
I'm not. There's no really. We became friends and we had an understanding. Then everything just clicked.
Yeah. So I've got a question from our serious people. P4, you played in a great Ibeju side. What made that team so consistent? And that's a very good question. So just in case we can't finish this question, we'll go again.
All right. We had a team that was left for us to run for the players to run. The management takes care of the managerial issues. The the players we take care of the on-field business, and we are always challenging ourselves because I know what I can do. I know what ND can do. I know what Chair could do. I know what Leke could do. Sean, people like that. We know ourselves. So it's always like a competition between us during our session, our practice session. So we practice as if we are playing a match. So every time we are always serious during our training sessions. So whenever we go onto the field for a proper game, it's a win-win thing. We just want to play. At first, we will not think about winning the game, even though at the back of our mind we know we are going to win this. But we just play tactically and make sure we get the game done. So we are always on it. A side that you have at times we can our number 1 to 5 batsman can score 300 plus. Then the rest from 6 to 7 will just add about a few other runs. So, and there are many times that we would be less, like 120, 150, but still we have a bowling unit that will be able to defend that. So we always work together, even though we always have our own issues as well as players. We are humans. We cannot take at times we don't take what our partner is passing on to us. We just we won't be happy with each other at times, but business is business. It's time to win a game. Just go for it.
Okay, just a quick question there, because people have pointed to it that it's actually a consistent Ibeju side, right? And somebody just said that he has watched the session before and it's always like war. My question is this, right? What can other teams learn from Ibeju? Because if we have 4 Ibejus or 5 Ibejus, we will be solid, isn't it, as a national team?
Yeah, yeah.
So
yeah, we will. But I just feel I know it will be tough. You just need to get people that want to play cricket. You need to get people that want to play, not people that just want to come in and just roll over or something. Get people that want to play cricket, make them feel at home, make them have an understanding why they have to play. You know, yeah.
Yeah, we have. It's going to go off now, and we will come back. But there's the question about your GCI finals and Ibeju. You lost 3 consecutive finals.